Being kind doesn't make people lose respect for you, but sometimes the way kindness is expressed does. And that's where people get confused because kindness and weakness often look similar until someone has to choose whether to respect you or take advantage of you. So, where's that line? Most people think it's confidence, but it's not. The line is whether your kindness is a choice or a requirement. At first, this sounds like a small difference. In reality, it changes almost every relationship you have. Think about the people you naturally respect. They're usually generous, respectful, patient, understanding, and they're willing to help. But they do also have something else called limits. When they say yes, you believe they could have said no. That's why their kindness feel valuable. Now think about someone who agrees with everything, never disagrees, never says no, always apologizes, always gives people another chance, and eventually people stop seeing those actions as kindness. They start seeing them as expectations, and expectations lose value surprisingly fast. This happens because people unconsciously try to understand each other by looking for patterns. If someone never protects their own time, people assume they don't value it. If someone never pushes back, people stop expecting resistance. None of this usually happens because people are trying to be cruel. It happens because human beings adapt. We quickly learn what behavior is normal from the people around us. And that's why boundaries are so important. Not because they make you look strong, but because they tell people your kindness has a cost. Imagine two friends, both help you every time you ask. One of them occasionally says, I can't today. The other never does. Which person's help feels more meaningful and more valuable? Probably the first. Not because they helped more, but because you know it wasn't automatic. Choice creates value, obligation slowly removes it. And that is why some of the nicest people eventually become exhausted. They aren't tired of helping, they're tired of feeling that helping is no longer appreciated. Some people think the answer is to become colder, more distant, less caring, but that misses the point entirely. People don't respect coldness, they respect self respect, and that's the difference. A person who can say yes without guilt often ends up being trusted more than someone who says yes to everything. Because their words carry weight, their kindness feels intentional, and that's the line most people never notice. So, weakness isn't kindness, weakness is losing the ability to choose. The moment you feel forced to be kind, whether it's from fear of rejection, fear of conflict, or fear of whatever, your kindness stops being a gift. It becomes permission. And people often respond to permission very differently than they respond to generosity. The goal was never to become less kind. The goal was to make sure your kindness always remains a decision. Because the strongest kindness isn't the one that never says no. It's the one that knows exactly when to.